Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with Michaela singing, that means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of August the 10th, 2026. Brian and Michaela with you. And Michaela, we're winding down on summer. Some kids are back to school. Some kids are riding on the coattails of those kids through to the end of the summer. But yeah, hopefully everyone is having a good time. We've been getting out, getting around town. We are headed to a concert tonight, so that's going to be fun. We're going to see Muse, one of my favorite bands, a band we talked about back when we did Drink the Music. You remember that? Remember that?
I do. I do. I do. I actually listened to that album this weekend in prep because I feel like
Oh.
when you go to a concert, unless you're like a mega fan, if it's like you want to kind of reinfuse and like learn by osmosis beforehand, so you're really excited about the concert,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And so I like Muse, but I was not the mega fan that you were when we were doing Drink the Music. So I re-listened to the Knights of Caledonia or Salonia,
The Knights of Salad. Yeah.
the Knights of Salad, and hope that I didn't die of whatever
Yeah.
disease the
That's
salad
true.
has in it now. No, no, but I do like that. I do find that like on the way to the concert, though, you cannot
Mm.
listen to the music on
Can't
the
do it
way to
then.
the concert.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know. Like the whole
It'll
weekend,
burn you
I
out.
just
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah. I think there are two minds of it. You either need to be like prepped for the concert or you need to go in like completely blind. But if
correct.
you know like one or two songs, then that could be tricky because then you're like, man, I just am waiting for like these one or two songs and I don't know any of the other songs. So then practicing might be good.
Practicing might be good. Practicing
So,
might be good. I'll tell you what, when I went to go see Wilco with you guys like 2 years ago, I had never
mm,
even heard of them. I can say that now. But I was blown away. And I don't know if I would have been blown away if I hadn't seen like been part of the concert experience. And so
no.
now like I'm a huge fan. So it is kind of tricky if you're going to something just to enjoy it and you're not a huge fan. I don't know. What do you do? Do you just go in blind or do you
Uh,
like try to do some
it depends. It depends on the show. Depends on who I'm seeing and my knowledge of them, I guess.
mm,
My wife
mm,
is a big binger of the music before we
mm,
go to see
mm.
a show. So generally, I'm in that boat through osmosis. But yeah, tonight I'll be ready to go because I should know everything there. So that'll be good. Go back and listen to the music episode if you feel so inclined. I'll put a link to it down in the show notes. And I know one thing we're going to do at the concert, and that is have a drink. We're probably not going to have this drink that we're doing in the lobby bar today, but it is a good one. And I wanted to talk about it because it's simple. It's a riff on a Manhattan, which is a cocktail that I like a lot. I don't know how you feel about a Manhattan specifically, Michaela, but that's a really easy cocktail, right? The Manhattan, 2 ounces of your whiskey, 2 ounces or 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and then two dashes of bitters, 212, easy. But today we're doing a variant on that, and it's called the Rob Roy, which is going to swap out the bourbon, rye, American blended whiskey for a Scotch. And you can use any sort of Scotch you want. So if you want peaty notes, go ahead and go with something from the Islay, maybe something from the Highlands. If you want something sweeter and delicious, you could go with something from Speyside. You could do a blend. You could do a single malt. You could do whatever you want. But let's make a Rob Roy together. Into a shaker tin, 2 ounces of Scotch, 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth, three dashes of Angostura bitters. Go ahead and shake that and then strain it into a well-chilled coupe glass. That's how I like to do mine. You could also serve it over the rocks, which some places will do. I don't like that as much because I think it dilutes it way too much by the time you get done drinking the cocktail there. Go ahead and garnish that with a brandied cherry, and you are good to go. Michaela, we've done your year of whiskey. We haven't done your year of scotch yet. I know you don't really like the peaty peat scotches. I think something from the space side though could be nice. A lot of honey, a lot of vanilla, something like Monkey Shoulder. That is my whiskey of choice when I'm making a Rob Roy.
Well, I love Monkey Shoulder. That's probably one of my favorites um, of of the ones that I've had because it is so balanced. You know, because it is blended, right? That is not like a
Hmm.
single malt. People talk about how single malt is so amazing, and it is in its own right. But if you are like me, where you are still a baby when it comes to the palate of the Scotch, and you don't like it super peaty, super mossy, you just want it to taste good. Monkey Shoulder's a really good place to go. I think 2027. If we're still doing Drink the Movies and you're not done with me yet, I think 2027 is going to be my year of Scotch. So that'll be exciting. That'll be
Year of
good.
Scotch. There you go. Yeah, all Scotches do not have to be peaty. I think that everyone kind of assumes that because Johnny Walker is peaty, and that's probably one of the two or three most popular whiskeys in the world. So if you ever like happen upon having scotch, there's a good chance that it's that one, and then therefore there's a good chance that it's peaty. But they don't all have to be. So check out something Speyside, Highlands, Islay, Lowlands, a bunch of different regions there to explore. But the Rob Roy, that is a good one. It's a nice little twist on something that I have a lot and I might get back into here, and it's easy enough for a lobby bar. Let's talk about movies because there's been a lot of movement on the Spider-Man front, up to like 1.6 something billion dollars, like the 12th highest grossing film of all time now, which is wild. I think the Odyssey just opened in China, so it's going to get like a big, huge influx of cash too. It's over $1 billion now. Christopher Nolan's highest grossing film, so that's great. But yeah, Spider-Man: New Day leads the way, $145 million again this weekend. The Odyssey, $31.5 million. We had our new releases, One Night Only and Super Troopers coming in third and fourth, and Toy Story 5 still hanging in there, $3.9 million. Super Trooper, $4 million. One Night Only, 5.7. That seems probably pretty good, kind of where they were expecting those to be, I would guess. Because they always knew Spider-Man and the Odyssey were going to be there when they were coming out. So that's that. We still are going to try to get out to see One Night Only, probably, maybe sometime this week. We'll see. We'll see. But we do have a couple of new things coming out that we're interested in. We got a couple of dinosaur-themed movies, Michaela. So one for me, and one for the kids. So Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, is coming out, and also The End of Oak Street. Michaela, I don't have kids, therefore I don't really know that much about Paw Patrol. Is Paw Patrol good for kids? Is it good for adults and kids? Are you going to go see Paw Patrol, the Dino movie? What do you think?
My child is too young. He has now told me he's ready to watch Game of Thrones, which is not true because he's not that old. But he is too
He's like,
young.
Paw
Where
Patrol's for
he's
kids. I'm
yeah,
ready
that's
for
yeah.
the blood and sex and death.
Right. Give it all to me. I want dragons. So I will probably not be going to see Paw Patrol, but I will say, Paw Patrol's great. It's a really good show. It's got a lot of really fun lessons in there. I will say
It
it is
has
a show that is
dogs.
mostly it's most dogs. There's a bulldog. There's a Sky. She flies. That's kind of cool.
Oh,
Um, there's like a Dalmatian. That's like a fire dog. It's really cool. It's definitely more for kids than it is for parents. This is not the Pixar, Disney thing where like it's going to be a lot of inside jokes for adults and fun jokes for kids. I really
mhm.
think this is definitely like a kids show for kids. But it's probably going to be pretty good. I mean, dinosaurs, that sounds great. There aren't any dinosaurs in the original Paw Patrol because it's present day stuff. So I don't know how they're doing that. I don't know if they're going back in time or they just find a dino toy that they enchant. I have no idea. But
Ooh,
it sounds kind of good. I mean, if I were a parent of a 2 to 7 year old, I probably would go. I'd probably
you'd be
go.
into it. There you go.
Hmm.
There you go. All
Yeah.
right. So we've got that.
I'm
We have the other
definitely not taking my kid to the end of Oak Street because that looks freaking terrifying.
End of Oak Street. It's only PG-13, so it's not as out there as Game of Thrones. Maybe that's okay. The End of Oak Street, starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. This looks amazing. It looks interesting and weird and like mysterious. I think like J.J. Abrams is like one of the like producers on it, so it's probably gonna have some weird like sci-fi like bend to it. So really looking forward to this. I saw the preview for it. I had never heard of it at all. I still haven't seen anything beyond like the one preview while you were in Texas, so we didn't even see that together. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this. I'm gonna definitely try to get out to the movie theater and see that here in the next couple of weeks. We also have another musical with Hadestown breaking all sorts of musical theater release records at the box office. They're releasing Six, the musical, which I think came out. I think it probably released probably in the UK. I'm guessing at least. I think this is the West End production of that Six, the musical that's coming out. That is great. Music is all bangers. It's humorous and good, and it's only like 90 minutes long. Love that. Six, the musical. Do you know anything about that one, Michaela? Are you going to go see it? We saw Hadestown. Quick
We did.
notes? Anything?
We did see Hades Town,
User
and it's
notes?
amazing. It was so good. It was so good. I am so excited about the idea of filming musicals and plays. And
Hmm.
I'm excited about that, not because I'm not a fan of theater. In fact, the opposite. I think more people should go to the theater. It is really hard to do that because theater tickets are expensive. You've got to make sure they're, especially if it's something that's like touring, you got to make sure that you're in the right city. So if you are like a normal person who lives in a city that's not 4 million people or more, it's hard to go see these things. So I'm really excited that they're making this more accessible to like a broader audience.
Hmm.
Um, it is because of my love for theater that it is. Somebody was giving me a hot take that I just wanted to go to a movie instead of go to the theater, and that's not true. So I'm actually really excited about this phenomenon that we're now like filming Broadway or West End or like epic productions because number one, filming a like there's some cinematography that is really special when you're filming a play or a musical that's on stage and trying to render that like look and feel for an audience that's not physically at a theater. I think that that's really cool. But also,
Mhm.
it just really exposes people. Six was here in Charlotte maybe 2 years ago. I feel like it's come around a couple of times, and every time I try to go get tickets and they were sold out unless you were like a super amazing ticket holder, like a season ticket holder, and I have not got
Mhm.
my act together to do that yet. So I'm actually really excited because I've heard it's amazing and I have not seen it yet. So I'm going to be one of those people that's like in the audience that's like freaking out because it's the first time I've seen it, which is super cool. So
There,
uh,
there you
I'm
go.
excited.
Yeah. So go see Six, the musical that's coming out this week. I would imagine it's probably scheduled to run for about a week, kind of like Hadestown was, but that ended up extending because it made a lot of cash. So there you go. We also have on TV, we have Lanterns, which is some DC universe sort of thing going on there on HBO. Green Lantern story, not something I'm super familiar with, but I'm kind of interested in this, right? It's like gonna, play off of that Superman world, which we've talked about here on the podcast. I'm a big fan of. But listen to this. So we have Aaron Pierre, who is the voice of Mufasa, is playing one of the leads here. We also have Kyle Chandler. We have Nathan Fillion. We have Kelly MacDonald. We have Laura Linney, Jason Ritter. Oh, that, stacked cast here to tell us Green Lantern tales. Definitely going to watch this. Kyle Chandler, Coach. Come on, I gotta watch
Coach.
that.
That's right. Yeah, Coach Tyler. Yeah, he's the best, man. I'm so excited. I saw the preview of this maybe a couple weeks ago, and then I saw it again last night. And I was asked whether or not I was actually going to be interested in this because I'm not a huge Green Lantern person, and I was like, "Heck yeah, I am! This looks amazing." And then I saw Nathan Fillion is reprising his role as whatever character he was in the
Guy
last
Gardner.
Guy Gardner, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome." So I'm actually really excited about this. I hope that they do the audience a favor and kind of give us a rundown of stuff for if we haven't seen the Green Lantern films and stuff, so
Oh
that
yeah.
we are hep to the jive as it were. Because I'm not going back and watching all of those just to enjoy this, but I am going to watch this. So
Well, there you go.
there's that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's coming out to HBO later this week. Last week on the podcast, we talked about Spider-Man Brand New Day, which probably isn't, but is going to be one of the highest grossing films of all time. So I guess that's good. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check that out and then listen to our podcast. It was a video version of the podcast, so check that out on Spotify and YouTube. This week, we're going to be talking about The Birdcage on its 25th anniversary, I think, maybe potentially something like
30.
that. 30th anniversary. I don't know, long time coming, the Birdcage. Not even the original Birdcage, but we'll probably talk about that as well. So check that out. Over on Patreon, we have our Moana bonus episode. We have our Hangouts. I believe we're going to be talking about the end of Oak Street on Patreon here in a week or two after we've had a chance to see that. So check that out, patreon.com/drinkthemovies, and we appreciate our patrons so much. Michaela, as I mentioned, we have a concert to get to, which means I'm not going to have a Rob Roy right now. I'm going to save my drinking for the $30 beer I will be having at the concert. So that'll be good. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be hot, so think cool. Listen to our Muse episode, and we'll talk to you all next time in the lobby bar.